Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I was muted. Good morning, everyone. All right, all right. It's Bye Bye Money, and welcome to the stream. Thanks for letting me know I was muted. Still getting used to the stream. This is my first week of streaming, and so there's gonna be some hiccups along the road. If you're joining, go ahead and say a good morning on the chat and let us know where you're from so I can say good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to know whenever I'm streaming or whenever I release content. Market's about to open. All right, here we go. Market's opening. It is all-time highs again. Absolutely incredible. We're just bursting forth. If you look at the daily charts, you can see that, yeah, good morning, everyone. Good morning. DC Trader, Brandon Casey, good morning from Texas. Shauna Halton, South Africa, thanks for joining us. Tell us a time in South Africa. I have no idea what it is. DC Trader, good morning from Philippines. David Bricka, good morning from Pennsylvania. Steve Eds, member, Panda, good morning from California. Shadow Scalper, good morning from Arizona. SW Blaze, good morning from Chicago. Panda as well. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. From Scotland, good morning. All right, session has started and we are all-time highs. We have gapped up again on the cash. How do I know? Because we're above yesterday's close. We opened here and we have this trend line going up. Let me show you a couple of my channels here. I have this huge major channel starting from, a lot of people ask me how far back do I look when I do my trading. I go back actually 30 days because I want to capture as much relevant data as possible. And for instance, if we have a multiple day uptrend like this, I would like to capture this entire uptrend when I do my analysis, because when it comes to it, it actually starts to make a difference because we have a pivot way back here, this pivot to this pivot, this pivot gives us this pivot, which gives us a good point of rejection right here and a possible profit target for institutions, which they did take the profits. And now we have a spiking channel that's still in play. Spike here. If you don't know what spiking channels, it's basically when there's a breakout such as this and it moves up in the same direction at a lesser degree. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, the uptrends are unreal. And so now we got to break up this trend. And let's see if we get a major trend reversal. Just a little bit about my setup. I trade the E-mini exclusively, and it's the S&P 500 futures. And for every point, you get $50 for every contract, or one contract. So we like to scalp the E-mini for 1 point. And we like to find this setup. We call this a two-legged pullback. First pullback, we call that first entry, second pullback, and we like to enter into the second entry right here. We can also count it like this, A, B, C. Next A leg, that's considered second entry. We like to enter here. And we like to find this pattern in key areas such as support, resistance, moving averages, trend lines. For instance, if I grab this pattern, this two-legged pullback, bring it to my chart, and I have this two-legged pullback right here, right off the 20 EMA. Also, it's a Pikachu, and I can explain a little bit more what Pikachu is, but also Pikachu, you can see it was good for a scalp, and much more also for a swing. And we like to find this setup in key areas because it often provides a greater than 90% probability to make 1 point on the E-mini futures. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So that's just a little bit about what we do here, and we like to trade pure price action. So we got this strong move up, and we got a breakup trend now. And now we also broke under the 20 EMA, and what we're expecting is a retest of this high. That's what should happen whenever we break down like this. We should try to retest the high, giving us some sort of double bottom. Yes, yes, yes. The Pikachu. I'll explain a little bit what Pikachu is when we come across one. We most likely will come across a couple today. So we have a two-legged pullback here, but it's not what I'm interested in because we just broke this trend line with pretty strong bearish momentum. So two-legged pullback like this, A, B, C. And people try to come here and also reverse and made a trap, but the trap is failing at the moment. You're thinking it's going to retest up here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We're just reading the charts right now. Let me know how you guys been enjoying the streams. This is my first week of streaming, and so for my big main channel, Nate Nuts and Ass, what's the swing low of my channel? Well, the first swing low is way over here. As you can see, there's consolidation. And after the consolidation broke out, it just never stopped. That's on April 7th. Around 12:43. By the way, do not copy my trades. Trade at your own risk. The stream is also delayed. About 20 some seconds. I personally think we're overextended. So I might look for a major trend reversal here, but let's see if we get it. Strong uptrend, basically at the top of all the channels now, creating strong push down. This is a little too low. It's not high enough for the double top. A little too low for me. Yeah, let me know how you guys are enjoying the content. Geneva versus Rome. Baruch Hashem. I am actually not sure what that means. I guess that means good morning in another language. Is that like Hebrew? I'm grateful that it's affordable. Yeah, it's very affordable. It's free, so hopefully you can afford that. If you can't afford free content, then I think you might be in trouble. Thanks guys for letting me know. Why should you never go to the bathroom in front of a Pokemon? Noah asks. I have no idea. What is the answer to that? Rush Hashem. Bless the name of the Lord. Amen. Love the streams. Yes. So I know you guys are going to ask a lot of questions. I actually did not make $500 on one scalp yet. Let's see. I'm looking at the charts right now. When we get a little higher up here to make a proper double top, I'll probably come back to the chart, but right now it's a little fuzzy, not sure what's happening. It's a little congested, lots of tails, lots of overlapping bodies. I think the market is trying to decide, does it want to continue to push up, or are we gonna basically retrace everything that we did the last couple of days? But yes, I do have $500. My gross realized. I'll explain a little bit of what happened. And this is a big reason why I call this a journey, because you're gonna make mistakes along the way. But essentially, after the stream, I tried to do a couple shorts. I tried to short this trap right here, this one. And I thought that we were trying to do a major trend reversal here. So I tried to short this trap here with a magenta box. By the way, this indicator above and below the candles, this is a two-legged pullback indicator for those who do not know. It automatically counts legs. So if you're wondering what are all these numbers, it's counting legs for us and also identifying second entries. And so when I saw this magenta box, which is a trap, I thought it would be a good short, and actually got stopped out here after the session, after the live stream. This is towards the afternoon. And so I lost this trade, and I also tried to go short here, and I lost this trade. And so if you guys know, I have a 1-to-4 risk ratio. So that's how much money. That's already what, this is actually $200 here lost. And I lost this one as well. But the crazy thing is, when I lost this one, I actually decided to do 2 contracts. Maybe I was a little tilted, and I tried to short this trap here, and then it reversed on me, and I got stopped out on 2 contracts. So actually after yesterday's stream, I was down. Well, actually after that, then because of that, not because of that, but I saw this trap again, and I finally realized, okay, this trap's probably better because we're above the trading range, probably come back into the trading range. And with this trap, was able to make $100. And so altogether, I was down around 500, or really 400. And so after the session ended on the next day, and so what you see in the gross realized is actually my trade right here. I actually took this trap with 2 contracts, and I wrote it down about 5 points. And so that's why you see plus 500 because of this. And so from yesterday, pretty much came out plus 100. So yep, so that's why I'm plus 500, not because I made a scalp today. It was actually yesterday after the regular trading and then the extended hours. So I was able to scalp off 500 off this swing low here, or off this swing down. So for those who are confused why I'm up 500 already, that is what happened. And so I make mistakes too. I am just a panda after all. All pandas make mistakes. No panda's perfect. And so hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes. You know, looking back, and you know, I'm just wondering, why did I go short here? I probably thought we're going to come back into this trading range, but you know, the trend was still too strong, and it stopped me out. Also here, I shorted right into support. Don't know why I did that. This is support here, and that burned me. And finally, this trap was successful, and also this trap was successful. So at the end, still came out with profit, but it's a journey. So yeah, my headphones are actually like right under my ears, around my cheeks. If I put it on my ears, it's a little too high. So hopefully you guys understand. I still lose trades all the time, but the idea of this strategy is that if you stick to it and you enter in the best setups possible, you'll become profitable, as I was yesterday. Yep, Nate Knudsen knows about that trap. And so, well, we have a trap right here. This is a downtrend. I would have liked a higher double top, you know, to have a good retest up here, but it's not getting up there right now. Currently, we do have a trading range, and all these choppy bars, It's making me think we can go either way, 50-50 at this point. Not interested in this trap. Yep. If you look at my headphones, traps, and I believe I have like a green circle here. I'm not sure. Something like that. It's my color scheme. Green and magenta. Those are the two colors I want to see. I want to see traps and I want to see profits. So I like to have those on my headphones. So we're on this downtrend right now. Interesting. I would like a retest of this high before considering going short, but we do have this trend down now, showing some bearish movement. Okay, this trap makes a point, makes more than a point. So it's like if you're trading this, you know, how hard is it to think that this was going to happen when you have such a strong push up? You know, you're not really thinking like, okay, we're going to basically, this is an A top, right? It's A top. V bottoms, A tops. So it's very hard to trade A tops. It's hard to get in those. But we do have second entries here. And I just wish it was higher. It's just a little too low for me. So the bulls are taking their profits now. All the bulls, like way down here, taking their profits. We do have an H4 on the long side with this 4 magenta box. But a little too close to this trend line here. Not interested. Not interested in this H4. I can go over my trades in a little more details, the one I messed up on, because though I would love to show only winning trades, this is a journey, and so I'm gonna make mistakes and I'm gonna have failures, and hopefully the mistakes you can benefit from. And so I'll go over my losing trades after this kind of price action stops. I'm seeing like potential setups here, but this is hard to trade. Like, are we gonna just reverse here like A top straight up, no remorse, A top at the moment? Trying to reverse here. See, this H4 still makes a point. H4s are such good setups, but we're so choppy. I'm just not convinced we're in a downtrend. Like I'm looking for one more push up to get a double top here. It's just very rare for things to just reverse on a dime like that. But we might just be always in short, as Al Brooks likes to say. By the way, if you are a member, I prioritize your questions first in the chat. So, yep, Daniel Eyes from the future. It does break down. These traps are making points, and so you're gonna have to ask yourself these questions, right? Are traps making points, or stop loss orders, or stop orders making points, making scalps? And when you look at this, bears are making points, but also not only that, you can see that bulls are not making points, right? All these are traps for the bulls, right? All these bulls are trapped here. So you can kind of see with the price action and with the indicator how easy to see that bulls are not making points, or yeah, bulls are getting trapped out. Bears are making their scalps. Can kind of tell you that there's probably more bears here right now. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's one more push up back into this trading range just to retest the highs here, and then we can reverse. But it's very hard to just expect a reversal without any other evidence of it. Mazhar Ali, a panda asks, what's a H4? H4, essentially, you can easily see with the indicator, but when there is a magenta box with a 4, the next reversal is an H4. They're reversing again. This is crazy. Getting choppy here. Very hard to take this reversal, especially after you come from a trading range. You're thinking failed breakdowns, come back to retest the trading range. Typically what happens. But H4 is essentially you have two-legged pullbacks. A, B, C. That's one two-legged pullback. A, B, C. That's another two-legged pullback. And so you have two-legged pullbacks in a row, and so the next reversal typically is a very good setup. And you have two-legged pullbacks in a row. Yep, Rory Tate also explains it, but that's what H4 is. Nate Nussin, IME, I'm not sure what IME stands for, but when A top reversals happen just after open, then there was an overnight run up is one of the times for it. Yep, it's a opening reversal. Very true. So this all happened before the regular trading hours open and then started to reverse immediately. Man, I'm tempted for this short right here. Oh, but I'm thinking fail breakdown. That's the higher probability trade here, but man. Is this gonna make a point? Still a trap. We're bouncing off this trend line very, very well. But I'm just like, I just see this trading range. I'm thinking we're gonna come back to retest it at least once. Some people say, what is the point of a two-legged pullback indicator when you can just count legs manually? And I highly encourage you to be able to count legs manually. This does make a point, incredible. But you know, when you see something like this, how hard is it to identify two-legged pullbacks? You know, it's very difficult. And so, but with the indicator, it's very easy. You just see this. That makes a point. Absolute scalp. I need to be going short now. Like you're at this point thinking, we're on a downtrend. We got an A top. We're thinking probably test yesterday's close. Incredible, incredible. No remorse for bulls. I really thought we were gonna come back in here at least once. I guess we kind of did. We broke down right here and came back in, but man. So now we have a spike in channel to the downside. Does the two-legged pullback indicator function the same on higher time frames as it does lower? Yes, it does. The thing about two-legged pullbacks is based purely on price action. And so, you know, if you saw this chart and I said this was a 1 hour chart, you would not be able to tell the difference. 1 hour chart, 2000 tick chart, 5-minute chart, they all look the same because it's based on price action and all charts are fractals of each other. And so smaller time frames look like higher time frames look like smaller time frames because of price action and because the market is a fractal market. The song right now being played is Sunset Dream. It's the royalty free music. That's probably why a lot of YouTubers use it. Incredible. Going straight down to yesterday's close. I missed all of this. I just was not convinced that we were going to be in a downtrend like that. You'd think retest, but now you're thinking downtrend. You're thinking we're in a downtrend now. Could be late in the downtrend at the moment. All right, this trap. Throw Ryan a panda emoticon. Congrats. Yeah, I could have traded this two-legged pullback, but man, look, it's very congested. The main thing you have for you though is that the 20 EMA is acting as resistance. Also, this trend line, and so when it spiked up like this and failed to go up higher, that was, this is a Pikachu right here. 3 Pikachus in a row. Insane, insane, absolutely insane. 3 Pikachus in a row. That's crazy. How do I know these are Pikachus? Well, the indicator makes it very easy because there's either a dark red or dark green number in the magenta box. That means it's a second entry trap. Pikachu is just a name for a second entry trap. We're getting close to this support here, and I think I might want to take a trade off this support, which is yesterday's close. I'm going to see if there's a two-legged pullback that forms on yesterday's close to see if I can get a scalp off of it. I might be crazy, might be trading way too counter trend because we're just on it's just a rip right now. My chart right now is a 2000 tick chart, yes, on E-mini, and this solid blue line here is a 20 EMA. This dotted line, dashed line, is a 240 SMA, and I have 2 custom indicators. The two-legged pullback indicator that counts all the legs for you and identifies second entries, and also the trading range indicator here with these lines. So we're approaching a strong support, which is yesterday's close. You can find the indicators. If you want more information about the indicators, you can check out the official website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. If you'd like to know more about counting legs and how to find two-legged pullbacks, check out the description, and there's tutorials on how to count legs and how to find second entries. But those who watch this channel typically know what these things are. But if you're new, those resources are available so you can follow along in what we're looking for, the exact setup we're looking for, the 90% or greater setup that we like. Brooks, II or IOI or IIO, etc. Yeah. So inside bars, outside bars, inside bars. Basically, at the end, they're just chop or really triangles in a really small time frame. And triangles typically are continuation patterns. Yeah, I wanted to trade this, but this got really choppy, and I had a bias that we were going to come back into the trading range, thinking failed breakdown. But looking at the, this angle, it's just very strong downtrend right now. It's a broad channel though. Very nice, Douglas Hill. I'll throw some props up for you. Well played. Are we just gonna be on this like severe downtrend for an entire day? I have no idea. It looks like it. It looks like a pretty strong downtrend. But we do have a major support coming up. We have this yesterday's close, which is this dash line. We also have this spiking channel. This channel here. Acting as, probably act as support if it touches it. Or it might break down and then come back up. You know, that happens a lot to these channels. Gonna get rid of this, no longer relevant. So those are my channels in play right now. Yeah, I mean, I was really thinking about taking this trade, but typically I don't like, you know, this is, yeah, maybe 2 pushes down and it just kept going, but I just had my thoughts thinking that this will come back into the trading range and at least try to retest the top at least once. But when you have an A top like this, it's kind of hard to like, okay, like we're for sure reversing now. It's just, so when it gets like this is why you see it. That's why it looks like this. It's so like overlapping because that transition is happening from bull trend to bear trend. I might have seen this and thought measure move at least right here like this. I was not thinking that. I was just thinking bear leg trading range. Yeah, John, I explained a little bit earlier. You can reverse the stream, but I explained what the 500 plus is. And stick around. Maybe towards the end of the stream, I'll go over my trades that I took yesterday after the stream. We do have a two-legged pullback forming near our support here. But I don't know if I want to take this first hit here. The 240 SMA acting as a slight support right now. We have 2 pushes down towards the yesterday's close, which typically acts as a very strong support. If we get a decent signal bar here, I might consider it. I would like a higher low setup. That would be much better. But I wouldn't be surprised if this makes a point because how overextended it is right on support. Two pushes down. As you see with the super signal, the dark green number, dark green diamond, means that the next reversal is a second entry. Terrible signal bar, won't even take that. You also have to think about this trend line. Absolutely incredible. Bounces right off yesterday's close and makes a scalp. That was risky, you know, like you're thinking, you know, you want a higher low. But we'll see if we get it. Hey, Miguel. Peter Boswell, well played, well played. Hey man, whatever strategy you use, if you make money, stick with it. Thank you. Let me know if the music's too loud. I can lower it for you guys. Hey, throw in the chat, you know, what you guys use in terms of trading. Ninja Trader, Tradeovate, TradeStation. There's so many out there. What platform do you guys use? I like to know what my viewers use because there's a lot of requests for the two-legged pullback indicator on other platforms, and so let me know what you guys use. What platforms you guys use? By the way, this is Ninja Trader. So you missed the setup. Right off the strong support and a two-legged pullback right to it. And so I wanted to take it, but this signal bar, you know, I just can't take the signal bar, you know. Plus, I would like a higher low setup. All right, trade ovate. Most people using Ninja Trader. I suspected that. What's NJ? I'm not sure what NJ is. Stocks on Fidelity. MT5 MetaTrader, huh? Very nice, very nice. Multi-charts. Phil W. Thanks for becoming a panda. Thanks for being a panda. All right, you got a couple MetaTraders. Yeah, it looks like it's reversing off yesterday's close, but the way that we know that, again, what are the two market cycles that you have to answer? You have to know. What market cycle are we in now? What market cycle are we in now? Panda fam. So how do you know if we are reversing off this? You see these strong bull bars. What we want to see now is a retest here. So we want to see something like this. This is what we want to see. A retest of the low after breaking this trend. So this trend is in play, as you can see multiple touches on it. Now we got a close starting to become above it. Okay, I would say actually we're actually in a trending market because of the strong downtrend you can see right here. And I guess it depends on what time frame you're really thinking about, but the current market cycle is a trend, and they're strong trends going down and now going back up. When you see something like this, it's more like a choppiness in trading range potentially. So yeah, Mazar is actually he's a little more accurate. Is actually we are still in a downtrend, but in this downtrend we're seeing a strong uptrend now. And so what we need to have is more evidence if this is going to reverse. We would like to see a retest of this support, and we'd like to go in with a higher low setup. That is how we will trade this reversal. And if this V bottoms, then guess what, guys? There's nothing we can do. There's just no opportunities. Like, we can't just trade V bottoms. That's not a winning strategy in the long term. I can't just assume we're gonna have a V bottom. Douglas Hill. I already knew that because I'm a panda. Thank you for the facts. All right, Daniel, I was thinking it might come back to retest the highs now. This is a straight up V bottom, incredible. You do not trade against this. You do not try to trade counter trend to this. You'll be very, very brave to do so. And if you do go short, I will have thoughts and prayers for you. It's like, it's very hard to trade a market that has an A top like that and the V bottom. You know, I could have gone long here, but I need more evidence, right? I kind of needed more evidence that we were going to reverse, and so. But for those who took that trade and made your scalp, well played. Okay, so in case you think there's a measure move here in play, you know, if this is your measure move, then you're gonna have to use this as your bottom for your measure move. Could hit exactly, but this is the measure move that you're thinking about, if that's the case, and your target's right here. What am I trading? This is the ES, the E-mini. Every point is $50 for one contract. I almost want to pull back now. I want to trade. I want to go long. I just feel like this is such a strong reversal. I want something like this, if possible. Two-legged pullback, give me a chance. Trying to read this price action. A top, V bottom. Probably come back to retest the top here. We're hitting our heads at the bottom of this trading range, as you can see. There's a trading range created by the trading range indicator right here, and it's hitting its head right on it. I just extended it with a horizontal line. Now, will this act as resistance? I mean, when you see a move like this, where every pullback is very small, does not even break the previous candle's low, lasting for only one bar, hard to trade counter to this. Danny Eyes asked, we'll say some people just buy tops of these up bars, not me, LOL, SW Blaze. Daniel I says, do you ever take Brooks' advice and buy above bull bars closing on high in strong uptrends like this? I do not, for the purposes of trying to trade only one single setup. If I were to start trading those setups, then that's a complete different setup. But the simplicity is that, you know, when you have only one setup to think about, then you only trade that one setup. I may include the other price action setups that Al Brooks has, but right now the only one I'm using is the two-legged pullback. Maybe in the future I will start doing that, but you know, all of those are very different. You know, like the risk rewards on those are all different. Like I'm looking for 90% or greater, but you know, the risk reward for, you know, just buying at the tops of bull bars is just completely different way to trade. You have to manage your risk differently as well. You have to trade smaller as well, and so Rory Tate says MES commissions are 3 times greater than ES. That is absolutely correct. However, if you're just beginning, I would still recommend, well, I can't give you advice, but personally I traded the MES, and in fact, you know, the main thing you want to do is you want to focus on profitability. That's the whole point of trading MES does. And once you prove yourself to be profitable on the MES, since the commissions are actually worse percentage-wise on the MES, when you switch over to the ES, in a sense, you kind of take off these weights off yourself and you have a little more, I guess, it's in a sense easier to trade technically, but psychologically it's harder because you know, there's more skin in the game. But see if it asks, will I be updating the TR indicator so the lines can be made thicker? I will. That will be in a future update. A lot of people are requesting that, and it's silly that I didn't include that in the beginning, but yeah. You see how many times we're hitting this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times now. So this super strong uptrend has been halted right here. And you have to ask yourself, why? Why is it being halted right here? Well, I did have this support right here, now acting as resistance. This is strange, you know, it just blasts off right into here and just, it's just like slams into a brick wall. That's amazing. Maserati, how's liquidity in MES? It's less than ES, but if you're trading like, 5 contracts, it should be fine. This support line, I just drew it. If you're talking about this one, if you're talking about this one down here, is yesterday's close, the dash line. This horizontal line I made based off the trading range indicator support, now acting as resistance. I just extended it so I can see it in this price action. By the way, there's a native indicator on NinjaTrader that marks, yesterday's close. I think also like yesterday's high, open, low as well. All right, so we got a little pullback here. Man, oh man. I bet you it's going to be a two-legged pullback right here. And it's just going to make you wonder, are we at the resistance? And are we trying to go long to resistance? Or is this going to trap and go this way? It's like, that's the ES, man. It's just tricky. Tricky. Puts the two-legged pullbacks right in these terrible spots. Stream is delayed more today. I'm not sure why. I haven't changed any settings, so not sure why that is the case. Look at this congestion. Straight up brick wall. It's like a rocket right into the ceiling, brick ceiling. Yep, Peter Boswell, that's true. Thanks for letting people know that. Yeah, Brian Law, if you want to know about the 500 profit, you can rewind a little bit. I explained it earlier in the stream, but if you read up the chat, it's right there. Peter Boswell, fellow panda, it says, gives you the name, prior day OHLC. To answer the question, Michael Kronk, what is the name of the native open close indicator? So what do we do here? We sit on our hands. There's nothing we can do. We just watch this play out. This can last for minutes, seconds, hours, who knows? But what is going on? What is this? Kenneth Albok, chart, exclamation mark, question mark. Is that a question? Is that a statement? Not sure what you're trying to say. By the way, this is probably the last time I'm going to say this, but check out Matt's Trades by Matt. He has a stream as well. He trades futures. He uses a different strategy than we do. We use purely price action here. He goes more into, I believe, volume profile and delta divergences, things like that. So, I think I like to support anyone who streams their trading. So I think helps the community. Anything that helps the community, I'm for. Like a lot of people like send me links or tells me like, oh, like they have another indicator like this, or other people have even told me like, oh, we're releasing our own indicator, and I said, good, give it to the community. They need it. They need these things. And for me, like the indicator that I have, I could care less if you buy it or not. It's not the point. The point was for me to use it. First off, I want to use it because it's helpful for me, but for anyone who wants to use it, is able to purchase it. So that's my little contribution to the community, along with these streams. This stream is absolutely for free. You know, people pay probably hundreds of dollars just to stream like this, have someone stream with them and trade. And so if you like the content, you know, helps us a lot if you hit that like button, subscribe, and you know, you can become a panda by clicking that join button, and you get a special two-legged pullback badge. As you can see with some of the users, they have that two-legged pullback badge, and also emoticons. You get these custom panda emoticons exclusive to those pandas who want to become pandas. Yep, Brian Law. Yep, exactly. So check him out. He's also great. I mean, I think he has a good presence, stream presence, and a good community there as well. So, but this is my last time I'm going to mention him, at least to promote him and let him know. The reason why is because when I was starting the stream, I asked him a couple questions about how to stream, things like that. He answered the questions. He was really, really cool about it. And so I told him, hey, you know, people join this stream, I'll send them over to yours and give you some support. Yeah, that's a good question. Do I trade as an individual or LLC? Currently as an individual. SW Blaze, yes, maybe the test of the high now, but you know, we do have that measure move up here. It might test this measure move. I'm not sure. It's just the market's just bipolar. It's a super strong downtrend, super strong uptrend. It's just kind of hard to like trade when things move on a dime like that. So. There is a trap setting up here, but it's a little bit far away from the 20 EMA. I'm not sure if I want to take this trap. There is a trap here. We also have another measure move here. Yep. This is a measure move as well. This one comes all the way up to here. Strong leg up like this. You're expecting another strong leg up like this. And notice that there are gaps, right? This low does not come down to hit this, you know, resistance. It's like a staircase. Do I want to take this trap is the question. I don't know with a bar like that. It's a two-legged pullback with a trap. A little too many lines. These channels are kind of getting in the way. This major channel is definitely kind of providing some noise. Do I want to take this trap, huh? Should we take this trap? I haven't done this in a while, so. Throw a poll up in the community. If this trap triggers, should we take it? Easy to say yes when it's not your money. Should we take this trap? As you can see at the super signal, if it reverses up at this current state, it's a trap. If it goes down one more tick, it's actually a perfect scalp and the trap will disappear. But 56%, 55% say yes, take this trap. Trap is gone, so sayonara. No trap. Trap disappeared. Well, we could have potential two-legged pullback. All right, I'll put a pull up here. If there's a two-legged pullback that forms on this 20 EMA on this uptrend, should I take it to go long? Potential two-legged pullback forming. We need two legs down. We have one leg down so far, but we need a first entry here. And then the next reversal will have the second entry. Kevin Fennell says, a few weeks ago, if we were getting towards the all-time high, the market would be so nervous and maybe tap it or similar. Now the all-time high means nothing to the action. It's really weird. Yeah, that could be the VIX. The VIX is showing no fear. Two-legged pullback. Currently, no two-legged pullback at the moment because this didn't come up. It needs to break this high. All right, JJJ says, wait for lower high. He wants a lower high two-legged pullback to go short. Thinking we might come back down to fill this gap here. It's a big gap. As you can see, all these bull bars, there's not a retracement far enough to cover all of these gaps here, right? Where the lows are higher than the highs here. Still don't have our two-legged pullback even formed yet, so. It helps us a lot if you guys hit that like button if you're watching and enjoying the content. We do this absolutely for free, so it does help us a lot if you do that. If you really want to support the channel, you can become a panda by pressing that join button. Brian Law asks, how about retest of the extreme low of the downtrend trend? So retest of this low here. That is also in play. You have to think about that. So you have to think about retest here or retest here. And so this is kind of why trading ranges form. I am using NT drawing tools. A lot of people ask, what tool is this? This is the padding tool. However, you cannot access it through right clicking. You have to actually make a hotkey for it. Okay, so we don't have any two-legged pullback at all right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 non-bull bars in a row. You're thinking now, perhaps this will have a measured move. At whatever pullback it has, it might have a measured move. When you have this many bear bars in a row. Very strange, right? Super strong uptrend. And now you have this like bearish trend showing loss of momentum. John, if you missed it, it's a pathing tool. Pathing, like a path, walking through a path. Quite volatile, yet no trades, no good setups. Unless you're able to take a bunch of these shorts, right? These traps here, this trap, these Pikachus. Okay, as you can see, the range is small, but the trading range indicator is giving us a very accurate reading of the trading range here. Getting multiple bear bars in a row now. Thinking another reversal is crazy. You're thinking probably retest of the bottom here. Don't even get the higher lower high setup, second leg, or second entry at least. This is incredible. How do you trade this? Like, I would have no idea this would happen after a strong bull bar like that. Like, why would this happen? Why would this become like this? Other than this, you know, the choppy bars here showing potential trading range. Okay, we came back to the top of this trading range. Perhaps acting as support now. SW Blaze. Alright, so we're going to end this pull. There's no more two-legged pullback at the 20 EMA. So hopefully you guys can understand why, while this chart is forming, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to predict or anticipate my next trade. I'm trying to anticipate the trade, and so when it happens, I'm not surprised, I'm not shocked, and I have a plan ready to execute. And so I might have 2 or 3 setups that I'm thinking about, the potential setups, and so hopefully as you learn to read price action more and more, you can have these setups in your mind. Kevin Fennell says, Panda here, this was last Thursday too, right? Just goes one way for a while, then the other. So strong bull bar now. You get this terrible bearish swing here. Incredible bull bar ending near its high. How does one trade this? John, that's a frustration for us all. If you want to actually just end the pathing tool, you gotta double click. And sometimes even doing that's a little tricky, but once you double click it, ends it. But I've felt that frustration many times. Kevin Fennell says upcoming Pikachu maybe. I don't know how you know that. It's a little difficult to see, but perhaps, yeah. Hey, and one of the things you can learn is if you don't know what's happening, don't do anything. That's actually a plan itself. So don't always feel like you have to do something. So this is the Pikachu that Kevin is talking about that might form, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm thinking testing lows here, but it's like the final push up before it gives up. It like gave a chance for anyone who's stuck up here to come out break even. I'm not sure. But the Pikachu will be to the downside if it does trigger. A, B, C. And this next A leg will fail to make a point. So that's a trap. But then you also have this A, B, C, A, which is a second entry short. So as long as this doesn't go below here, we have a potential Pikachu forming. Why is it called Pikachu? Well, because second entry and second entry traps look like Pikachu tails when you draw them out like this. This is confusing though. I'm not sure what's happening. I mean, I just think we're just between these two ranges. We're in this range and this range. We're between them right now. bouncing between them. Daniel is asking, staying on till we get a setup. Unfortunately, no. I have a time limit. Should I trade this Pikachu is a question. I'm not sure. I have to ask it now because it could be too quick. Phil W asks, just wondering what time zone are you in? I am in EST. If this breaks this low, Pikachu's gone. If this breaks this low, I'm going to end the poll because the Pikachu will be gone. It needs to stay above this pivot low for the Pikachu to stay. Double bottom. Double bottom here. Potential Pikachu forming now. For those who are new, you're going to be very confused when I talk about Pikachus because you need to have a strong grasp of second entries and failed second entries. If you don't know what those are, then check out the description. There's playlists to go over the setups, but if you don't know what those two things are, you're going to have no idea what I'm saying when I say Pikachu. Right, we got a Pikachu right here. Ooh, should I take it? Should I take this Pikachu? It can make a point if it goes above the 75 mark. If it gets to the 75 mark, then the Pikachu's gone. Pikachu's gone. This is like a pseudo Pikachu. It's actually yellow, so kind of funny. Pikachus are yellow. I'll just say right now, market is very confusing. This makes a perfect scalp, and so there might be trap traders here still. I mean, you could think maybe retest of the bottom here, but just not sure. Very hard price action. Trend line like this currently. We do have a double bottom. Double bottom right here. Okay, second entry long makes an absolute scalp. So JJJ says, I actually took the second entry long where I saw a small range and resistance on a trend line. Well, you probably scalped out then, so it's for you. I thought that was a little aggressive. This is very hard to tell what's happening here in my opinion. Plus signal bar was a doji bar. You do have this double bottom. Angelo Valadez. That's confusing. Not sure why that happens. Not sure why you're not getting my notifications. Yep, so I'm looking for 90% or greater setups. And really haven't seen one yet in my opinion. I mean, this double bottom maybe. Maybe, but... we just broke this trend line. Perhaps if we get a trap here, I might consider it. If we get a trap here, I might consider this trap. Trap formed right here. I'll come with a retracement, but this is where I'm thinking a trap will trigger. Gonna come with a retracement if I can. Focus right now, just watching the charts. Look at this trading range indicator. Just candles are just closing within it. It's incredible how accurate this thing is. By the way, the trading range indicator, if you want to know more details about it, you can check out the official website. And even on the website, if you look at the tutorials and go into the configurations, I go over exactly how the trading range indicator detects trading ranges, and it uses pure price action. Waiting for this trap. I'm gonna get a small retracement here if I can. Move it up if it goes out without me. Alright, I'm in this trade, in this trap. Did I make a mistake here? Thinking double bottom reversal here. So when this tried to go short, I thought that maybe it could trap some traders out. But I could have mistaken on my analysis. We'll find out. We're still within this like really tight trading range. Maybe I'll skunk this trade. Come on, come on. Come on. Come on. I know you want to fill me. I know you want to fill me. Come on, fill me. Do I even have to do this right now? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Didn't even need the retracement. Hits the perfect scalp anyways. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey. People, hey, you gotta just trust the process. Trap, double bottom, break of trend. You have this incredible move up here. You gotta measure move now. Let's go, baby. Let me throw, hey, if you're a member, throw one up. Throw one up. SW Blaze knows what's up. Yeah, let's put 3 up there. Oh my. Let's go, baby. Do not copy my trades, please. Yeah, Jason did say, no, do not trust a panda. If you ever see a panda, do not trust a panda. But yep, there was a successful scalp. Yeah, Jason did ask, and top of trading range, which was true, but in my opinion, if we broke the bottom of the trading range, I'm thinking we're gonna break above the trading range. You know, especially with the trap, and we might come back down into it, reverse here, but this might just be the measure move. But this double bottom right here. See, when I extend this trading range down here, this started to act as support, as you can see. Bounced off twice of it, basically double bottom. And so I'm thinking reversal pattern at this moment. Reversal. And then a failed second entry short right here. You know, that's why traps work so well. Yeah, I mean, if you get a runner, that's nice. I can't, you know, I only have 1 contract, so I have no runner. So unfortunately, I can't join you on that. But hey, when the capital grows, I'll join you guys with some runners, and then I think it'd be beneficial because you guys can see how I manage runners as well. Hey, before I end the stream, you know, if you enjoy the content, give a like. But I'm gonna go over my losing trades yesterday because honestly, I really want to help the community here. So I'm gonna go over it sucks to go over losing trades, but I'm gonna go over them. So those people who are wondering why do I have plus 500, that's because we'll explain all of that. Yesterday I went short right here. I saw the strong move up, and honestly I thought this was the major trend reversal, but I saw this trend break, and I saw it to try to retest the top here. And when I retest the top here, I saw it kind of fail like this, and I saw it come down, and I thought because it broke the 20 EMA and broke this trend line and basically double top, a higher double top, that, you know, this trap would work and it would reverse. But I got stopped out I went short here. I got stopped out right up here. It's actually so bad because I got stopped out pretty much. The market went pretty much right at my stop, and so I lost this trap, and I lost essentially $200 here. And then I probably went on tilt, and this is just a lesson for you guys. I'm a panda, and no panda is perfect, and so I decided, hey man, I lost, and I'm pretty sure next time it makes a trap around this area, it's gonna be successful. So I doubled up my contracts. I started trading 2 contracts, and I went short on this trap right here. As you can see, now we have a trading range, and I should not have bet to go short here. And that's also another reason why I didn't want to go short earlier in the market today, because I was kind of maybe traumatized by yesterday. I saw this pretty strong downtrend, multiple hits on this trend line. And when it made this trap here, I thought, okay, like it's a downtrend, and so this trap should have a high probability. Took this trap with 2 contracts, and so it reversed, bounced off here. And if you're wondering why it bounced off here perfectly, this was actually the perfect measured move from yesterday. So this was a measured move from yesterday and acted as support and resistance, and it hit it 3 times. And what I should have done, I should have reversed my position. I should have skunked my trade and actually reversed my position here after 3 hits and another Pikachu. Right? I saw this Pikachu and I thought, okay, I'm gonna go short here, and another Pikachu happened. I should have reversed my trade, but I was so confident that even though we went up, we would hit this trend line and reverse again. But that's what you get for betting on breakdowns. Typically don't trade breakdowns like that. The safer bet was actually to go long. Right, even here, it's better to go long here than going short here, in my opinion. And so those are 2 trades I lost. And so what is that? That's minus $600. So actually I was up. Thank you, Kyrgyzstan. I don't know how to say your name, but I think that's how you say it. Kyrgyzstan. Thank you for CHF. Is that? I'm not sure what CHF is. I'm sorry, I'm lost here, but you gotta let me know what CHF stands for. Thank you for the 4 CHFs. Appreciate it. And so this is why you never try to bet against the trading range. Just like you don't want to trade counter trend, you don't want to trade breakouts and breakdowns of trading ranges. The concept is exactly the same. The whole reason why you don't trade counter trend is because the market has inertia. And that goes along with trading ranges too. There's inertia for trading ranges. And so when it breaks out, typically it comes back into the trading range because of the inertia. And so I paid the price for that. I paid altogether $600 on the 2 losses, trading at the bottom of this trading range. And so that's what I get for that. One sec. Sorry, Mrs. Panda really wanted to jump on this. If you saw my face just teleport, that's Mrs. Panda. I captured her, and she came in just to give me a nice little breakfast here. So what would I do without Mrs. Panda? And so now, I thought I have learned my lesson, but I saw another trading range, but I saw this hit the channel here perfectly, top of this channel, and it reversed violently. Reverse again, and I felt like after these strong bear bars like this, right at resistance, that when it tried to do a second entry, it would fail. And so I actually doubled my contracts again and was up 100 here. And so altogether, I was down $500 altogether. But basically why it says I have plus 500 now, like in the beginning of the stream, is because I took this trade. And I actually took it, I actually took it on the 10K chart. And so the 10K chart was showing a trading range, and this is after hours. So this is technically the next trading session. And anything traded after 6 o'clock goes on to the next day. And so you had this 2-legged pullback. And this second entry fails and reverses. And this reverses on the 10K chart. And typically on the 10K chart, when you get a trap, it's like, I don't want to say guaranteed, but it's like greater than 90% chance to make like 1 point. Look at this trap here, just in the middle of nowhere, trap right here, all makes enough for a scalp. Trap right here makes 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 a scalp. So on the 10K chart, when there's a trap, very high probable trade. But you have to understand also in 10K, typically when you trade 10K, everything, all the same rules apply. You have to make sure you're in good context and all these things, but the risks are typically larger because the bars are bigger on a 10K chart. Anyways, I took 2 contracts and I was able to swing 5 contracts, 5 points here. And because of that 5-point swing, I was up 500 in the beginning of the day. Or quote unquote, beginning of the day, but it was actually yesterday's session. So hopefully that explains why I have plus 500. I'm still very up. I was still up from the losses. But yeah, I'll say a 10K trap that, you know, that is a nice setup right there. All right, so here now you're thinking low or high. You might want to go short here. That's what I'm thinking at this point because you're in trading range. Double top, low or high setup. Second entry long coming out. I think second entry short is the better setup. Trading range here. I'm thinking this short actually might not be bad of a trade, but those who are looking at this, by the way, do not follow my trades. Do not even listen to me. I'm a panda. Don't ever trust a panda. People are thinking this Pikachu right here. Pikachu setting up. This trend line here is still in play. Broke the trend line. Might come back out to retest the top here. In my mind, this is technically trading range now. We're in trading range price action because you got double tops, double bottoms. And now, typically in trading ranges, it goes to the other side. So those who are going long here, you know, thoughts and prayers. You know, you can go long here if it does reverse. But the setup that I would typically take would to actually be go short here. But with the doji like this, you know, I might have skipped the trade, but just observing now. So when you look at the trend line, right, you have this trend, you break this trend, and you see how you slice through the 20 MA like this? Slice through the 20 MA, slice through the 20 MA. As you're slicing through the 20 MA, you're decreasing the chances that this uptrend is continuing. In fact, you're increasing the chances that you're going start to becoming in the trading range, which is given to us by the trading range indicator still, right? So this is what I was saying, that typically it does break out, and when it does break out, it has a high chance to fail, but there's actually a very high chance it will break out like this, but it will be a failed breakout. So if you do go long here, then thoughts and prayers, but that's up to you. You know, you can do what you want. So with that being said, thanks for joining the stream. If you enjoy, hey, let others know. You know, let them know that this content's out there for free, and you know, 2-legged pullbacks, fascinating because it's greater than 90% probabilities when in the right context. And so hopefully as you follow along this journey with me, along with my failures and successes, you know, just know that I'm gonna make mistakes, and I just showed you 2 of them. And not only that, I even showed you, you know, some vulnerability because I started to almost get tilted because I started trading 2 contracts, and so that hurts and that's hard to do. But hey, I'm here for the community, and I want you guys to know that, hey, we go through those emotions, and even I go through those emotions. And you know, we learn together to not go through those emotions and how those emotions can really hurt you. But let me answer. Last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna answer any questions that any members had asked. All right, thank you, Swiss francs. Thank you for the Swiss francs. Kevin Fennel asks, and after I answer these questions, I'm going to end the stream, so you are more than welcome to leave. I have a general question for the crowd who obviously think about money. The Austin housing market has never had a bubble or retracement, but this is a huge year-over-year increase. Should I sell or hold? Oh boy, Kevin Fennell asking financial advice. Oh, so this is the lower high setup I was talking about. Lower high setup. Hasn't made a scalp yet, but this is the setup I was talking about to go lower high to think about. We're coming back into the trading range. Probably test the bottom of the trading range now. Perfect scalp made for those who went short here. So if anyone did go short here, then congrats, you made your perfect scalp, absolute scalp. Hit the bottom of the trading range perfectly, created by the trading range indicator, as you can see with this wick. So you can't get more accurate than that. I do not know what else to say. You can't get more accurate than that. Do not ask, this ill-advised to ask if you should sell or hold your house. I don't know about that. I don't know if you want to do that. Asking that on the chat, I do not advise that. But you're a free man, you're in a free country, you can do whatever you want. Do you still have a 1-point scalp value plugged into the indicator on 10K? Nate, that's it, I do. That's how you place. What about the trend lines up? I kind of went over that already. All right, boys and my fellow pandas. Hey, if you like to support this channel, you can become a panda too. Hitting that join button, it's just $5 a month. And yeah, really, I do hope that you guys trade safe. Have a great weekend. And till next time, I'll most likely be on again on Monday. Start the stream around 9 a.m. So yeah, hopefully you can join me then as well. And let others know about this. Helps us a lot. And yeah, what can I say other than, hey, this is a great community, and it's a pleasure to trade with you all. And as always, happy trading and God bless. Hey, let me know in the comments any emoticons of what you felt about this stream. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, let me know with emoticons. Let me know just with a comment how you felt about the stream. Yeah, let me know how you guys feel about the stream. Send me those emoticons. Thanks everyone. Thank you. Need more cowbell, yes. Christopher Reeve style. It's actually funny when you look at the analytics, we're all kind of in the same the 20 to 40 age range. Not trying to ostracize anyone older than that or younger than that, but I'm just saying that we probably have a lot of inside jokes, 90s inside jokes that we can share. Anyone wondering, I am in my mid-30s. Thank you guys. Have a good weekend. I'll see you all next time. Appreciate it.